a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
Does it look like I'm on fire?
No.
Hi everybody, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Shannon and I'm a Florida girl who moved to the mountains. I've been living in Montana for almost 2 years now. I'm currently living in Big Sky, Montana, which is a ski resort town about an hour from Bozeman and 3 hours from Billings, Montana. I'm gonna share with you guys my 8 favorite things to do in Big Sky, Montana. Number 1 is shack hunting. We learned about shack hunting probably 2 weeks within living in Big Sky. In the summertime, locals build tiny little forts that you can find in the wintertime when you're skiing.
Another shack! Ah!
Whenever you're on a chairlift, just peek into the woods, look for those bunny trails.
I wasn't even looking for this one. I was just skiing through the trees and found it, which is so cool.
And they'll most likely lead to a shack.
I don't want to tell you where it is, but let's just say it's on the moonlight side of the mountain.
People use the shacks for different things. We personally just thought of it as like a scavenger hunt and tried to find as many as we could. But others use them for reasons that I'm sure you might be able to figure out. Overall, during our time in Big Sky, we found about 15 shacks. There are apparently 50 shacks out there. They can range from small little hobbit holes to big double-decker tree houses that you can actually climb up. Just be careful that you don't slip down when you're in your ski boots climbing up that tree house. Here's some fun footage of us looking for these shacks during our time skiing at Big Sky.
Found another one! This time the VW Beetle. It looks like a movie prop gone wrong. Which one is this, Sam?
I don't know.
We're in a shack.
One of them?
We don't know where we are. This one has the best view. Right?
Shannon's in it.
Joey's in it. Or Joey's out of it. Here's the view in front of that shack, which is just absolutely amazing. Whoever built this one did a good job.
The second thing I recommend doing in Big Sky is visiting a secret cave. This cave can be found at Red Cliff Campground, which is a short distance from Big Sky, probably about a 10-minute drive. During the winter, the campground is closed, but you can just park your car at the parking lot, follow the footprints to the cave. It does require a little bit of scrambling up the rocks, but once you're up there, it's a pretty cool place to check out.
Campground is still closed for the winter/spring. Hopefully no bears eat us.
Hopefully we find like earth people.
Cave dwellers.
Cave dwellers.
Montana cave dwellers.
Only if they're cool though.
You can also spot the cave if you're driving along the main road to Big Sky. Just look up along the mountainside to spot those red cliffs.
We're looking out for the aminals.
The third thing I recommend doing is the Crail Ranch Trail. We just discovered this probably 2 days ago and we've lived here for 6 months. In the olden days, the Crail family owned what's now known as the Meadow in Big Sky. They had a huge working ranch with cattle, and long story short, Big Sky Resort accumulated this ranch. Now there's a tiny museum which you can visit in the Meadow of Big Sky. It's tucked between 2 apartment complexes, so it does feel a little funky when you're trying to have a historical afternoon. During the summer months, you can tour their home. I believe it's on Saturdays and Sundays that the doors to their home is open, which is a fun activity on the weekend. During the winter time, you can still walk around, but you just won't have access inside of their home. The fourth thing I recommend is eating at the RIVERHOUSE. If you're obsessed with okra like I am, fried okra that is, you need to go eat at the RIVERHOUSE. It's a little bit down the road from Big Sky, however, totally worth it. All the locals go there. You can get a fried chicken dinner for $7, which includes the sides. They have awesome margaritas, wide beer selection, and best of all, the restaurant sits right on the Gallatin River.
Joey and I are at the RIVERHOUSE and devouring okra.
Good.
On the weekends, they also tend to have live music, so after a long day of skiing or hiking, it's a nice place to unwind. The fifth thing I recommend is Lone Peak Brewery. You get your beer samplers on what's called a ski sampler, so you're literally taking beer samples off of an old ski, which is pretty cool. Their food is alright. Get the sweet potato fries, and definitely cross your fingers that they have deep fried mushrooms as their special that night. so darn good. Sixth thing I recommend is OUSEL Falls. OUSEL Falls is a very short trail right off of the town center of Big Sky, Montana. It's easily accessible for those of all ages. We always like to bring our bear spray just in case during the spring and summer months. Who wants to go swimming? Woo! But there is a lot of foot traffic, so you don't need to be too worried. A lot of the locals love walking their dogs on this trail. You can even ride your bike. What's super cool about OUSEL Falls is that the waterfalls become frozen. One of the most magical things about winter in Big Sky, in my opinion. The seventh thing I recommend doing in Big Sky is going to an event at the resort. Big Sky Resort puts on some pretty cool events. As a local, definitely take advantage of them. We went to a super cool event thrown on by Sam Adams, the beer company, and well, just watch. Eighth thing I'm gonna recommend is going to Yellowstone National Park. You guys, Big Sky is 20 minutes away from Yellowstone National Park. Take advantage of those trails nearby and go for a hike, rent some cross-country skis or snowshoes, and scope out a different part of Yellowstone. There aren't really any thermal features around, or at least none that I have seen. But you do get to experience a unique part of Yellowstone that not a lot of tourists flock to. And I'll link below a video of things to do in West Yellowstone if you're looking for other ideas of things to do. So that's all I've got for today. If you guys have any suggestions on other things for us to see and do while living in Montana, please leave them in the comments below. We're always reading them and know that you have some insider tips. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you in Montana soon. Bye!